30 minutes left. It'll finish quicker than that though. Look at the map. Enemy's got 1, 2, 3. We've got 2. I was going to head to a tank warehouse. It's been destroyed, so I've diverted to this airfield. So that's where I'm headed now. When this particular map finishes, probably in about maybe 10 minutes, I'll continue flying. I don't know what I'll be flying. It'll either be the Stuka or it'll be one of the Spitfires or the Tempest. I'm in the tank busting configuration at the moment with the big 3.7cm guns with armour piercing rounds. Ideal for hitting armour tanks. Oh, I can see a fight over there. This plane is first and foremost a dive bomber, so I'm going to be using it in dive bomber configuration at some point, most probably. Yeah, there's a fight going there. I can see 3 aircraft, maybe 4. And that's the airfield. I better head there. That's where the action is. So I'm going to attack an airfield with a tank buster. It's not the ideal weapon for the job. How many shots do I get? 24 bullets, 12 shots. 24 bullets for 2 guns, 12 shots. There's 2 planes over there, fast movers. Instruct my gunner to shoot at medium range. Let's check the map. Alright, coming up on it. This is the airfield in the centre of the city of Stalingrad. There's planes everywhere. Look at that. We've got 3 planes over there. This is going to be real dangerous. I don't think I'll survive. Have I turned my lights off? Yep. Have I checked the temperature? Temperature. Yep. Alright, so look at all that. Look at all that. Fly straight into the combat. Shoot something with these cannons. Just the airfield though. There's a plane down there. Alright, we're getting close to the airfield. What is that? Fast mover. Probably a 109. Probably going to attack me soon, whatever that was. Alright, what have we got on the ground I can shoot? Totally the wrong weapon I'm using here. Got a truck down here. We'll take out that truck, I guess. Another truck too. I'll take out this one, it's harder to hit. So I'll take it out first. Let's go. What's that? No. What's that? Got it, I think. Oh, there's a fuel tank. too close to it now. I'll go back for that other truck. Enemy plane's probably coming in soon. Let's hit that fuel tank. This guy's got it too. Let's go, let's go. Oh, destroyed fuel squad. Alright, doing good so far. Where's that other truck? There it is. Heat is low now. Get down. That's got it. Got to reduce power soon. What's that? What is that? That's a yak. That's a MiG. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Damn, I'm out of ammo completely. Let's get out of here. Actually, I've got a gunner in the back. I have to reduce engine power soon. Engine's getting a bit high. Oh. Let's put her down. One building. This is what we're flying. So there's no tanks left on the map, so I should change the configuration now. What do I want? 1,000, 3 250s. A 250 and 470s, that might be the go. A 570s. 3 250s. I'll go for, apparently the small bombs are working very well now, so go a 250 and 470s. We'll try that. And we'll go the siren. And we've got 2000 MG17. 3 second delay, yeah, that's good. And I still want 320 convergence, yeah. Or do I? Yeah, that'll do us. Alright, I think we're all set. And the airfield's under attack. Better not turn my lights on. I can see the artillery firing. Okay, where'd he come from? Put the flaps down, full power. Should be able to float into the air about now, 150 kilometers now. Flaps up. The lights are already off. Alright, we'll keep going straight ahead. Because my airfield's under attack. So came under attack leaving the airfield. I did see some I think the best thing to do when you come under attack, if you're not going to jump in the gunner seat, is to fly. Don't fly to any objective. Like yesterday I was shooting at some tanks as I was being shot at. I shouldn't have done that because I had to line up on the tanks and everything. Instead I should have just flown to allow the tail gunner to shoot the enemy, which means flying very low and staying still, basically. Maybe yawing this way and that, but mostly just staying still. If you're manoeuvring to hit a tank, your tail gunner probably won't have the ability to hit what's behind you. That's what I found yesterday. Alright, so we got a new map coming up. Depending on what it is, either be flying the Stuka again, or flying a Tempest, or a Spitfire. Hope you guys having a good weekend. Kuban. I don't see any tanks. So, yeah, I mean, I can fly. I can fly. Is there a Spitfire in this? I'm leaning towards flying the Stuka anyway. I don't think there's any Spitfire. Spitfire. Alright, that's easy. Are there Stukas? Surely there are. There we go. I don't think it snows in Kuban. What's the temperature? +8. This map is basically at capacity, around 80, 84 players. That's not correct. That's going to pick up soon. So there's no tanks. What am I going to hit? I'm going to hit those submarines, I think, or the sea convoy, or the seaport. These or this. From here. This is the closest one, but that's the coolest one. Imagine hitting submarines. It's a long way to fly, and it's hard to find them as well. Anyways, what are we going to use? Same deal. 470 kilogram, 250, 3 second delay. Do you want a 3 second delay when you're hitting ships? What if it just sinks into the ocean and does nothing? I think I'll go for like a contact, I'll go for contact, because I'm going to hit ships and I'm going to go contact. That's what I'll do. For better or worse. 250, 470s. Alright. Do I have enough fuel? I might need a little bit more because I'm going to do some climbing. That should do it. Alright, going to take off from here. Going to go to these submarines here. It's a pretty long flight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. That equates to about 10 minutes of flying. If I was to go here, 1, 2, 3, about 4 or 5 minutes. So either way, this is pretty cool down here though. Airfield conditions have changed. Ah, you're breaking my balls, man. That means I can't fly Stuka from here. That's beyond crazy. It's not a very popular option. Surely it's not taken. There. No one flies it because no one wants to be a sitting duck. I'd like to request you guys to please kindly smash the thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button, you get notified when I go live. It's usually every day, but not always. F-110. Goes the runway straight ahead, I think. There goes a HS-129. Tomorrow I'll be flying the IL-2 stern wing. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm doing some pretty aggressive climbing. I really should have checked the vital statistics for this plane before I started using it. In terms of the power modes, how long you've got at each one. climb quite a bit. It's a long journey, it's about a 10-minute journey. Would suck if I got shot down on the way. Just keep going roughly south, go about 170. And overheat. I've got the radiator open 100%. Throttle 91%. How long can I last like that? Probably not long. Mode. How long can you last in climb mode, I wonder? So I have, what do I have? 4 times 70 kilogram and 1 times 250 kilogram. I'm going to drop one at a time. I'll probably aim to destroy one thing. So I'll drop everything on the one thing. In a dive, most probably. And then get the heck out of there. The bombs are set to detonate on contact, so I better not be anywhere near them when they go off. Ideally, you should pull out at 600 meters and just make your escape. Go in from 15,000 feet and pull out at about, what do you pull out at? 1,500 feet maybe? Sounds maybe a little bit low. Maybe 2,000, 2,500 feet. Depends how accurate you can be though. The closer you get to the target, the more accurate you are. If I pull out at 1,500 feet, I'm probably going to miss, but I've got less chance of getting hit by flak. If you get hit by flak, that's really going to suck. Temperature's good. So we're in climb mode at the moment, and indeed we're climbing. How long can I last like this for? I don't know. Bit off course. Got some altitude now. Man, this plane's slow. What are we at? 1,300 meters, would you say? Which is about, what's that? 4,500 feet. They say altitude's your friend. So if we're at 5,000 feet right now, and if we're trying to get to 15,000 feet, and we're trying to get to the submarines, wherever the heck they are, it's going to take an eternity. It's one of the hallmarks of bombers like this, is they take ages to get anywhere. Particularly to get vertically, to climb. They take ages to climb. And there's a lot that can go wrong on the way. So the temperatures are okay. What's our altitude? 1,600 meters. Lumbering into the air. We have 2,000 rounds of MG17 forward facing. Obviously the tail gunner's got his weapon. Is it? It's 2 MG81s. I think they're electrically actuated MG17s. They're really fast firing. There's 2 of them. Temperature's good. I'm going to shut the radiator a bit. Might speed us up a bit. Let's turn to the right. So my drop order is 1 at a time, underwing single, got 5 bombs in total. I'm gonna try and destroy a submarine in a dive with the siren on. Let's test the siren. Left out an S. Yep, siren works. It's down there somewhere. Jolly good. Assuming I can bloody well see the submarines from up here. Otherwise, what's the point of being so high up? 2,000 metres we're coming up to. That's about 6,000 feet. Congratulations, we're not even halfway there. Maybe I won't go up to 15, but the idea is you're supposed to be at, like, if you're doing it by the book, you're supposed to be at 15,000 feet to commence your dive bombing. You've also got a special feature now on the altimeters, the contact altimeter, which I don't know how to use, which I haven't used. What it does is it drops the bomb for you, provided, so you've got to paint the target, and then when you get to your designated altitude, it drops it for you, so you don't have to worry about your correct drop altitude. You just got to paint the target in the crosshairs, and when you get to the certain altitude, the aircraft releases for you. That's good unless you're off course, in which case it'll drop it when you don't want it to drop it, sort of thing. It's probably good for a uniform, like for a squadron, for a whole squadron, because they're all going to be uniform in their drop. Still not overheating. Not like I wanted to. I was having a look at some civilian 1950s airliners yesterday. They look pretty good. I wouldn't mind flying some of them, but I mean the concept is good, but the models are okay. But I think they're from about 4 or 5 years ago, so they're not the latest cutting edge technology. I hope I don't break this engine. What's our altitude now? 2,400. We're not even at the cloud base yet. We're only halfway there to the subs. Crazy. You don't have to worry about the mixture in this plane, just the propeller and the throttle and the radiator, but no mixture. Mixture's automatic. When I do eventually level out, I'll reduce the radiator to 35%. And I'll slow the engine down a bit. Speed is very low, it's about 160 kilometers an hour indicated airspeed. We're pretty high up now. 160 kilometers an hour. Like a snail. Coming up to 2,700 meters. It's getting on towards 10,000 feet. This is pretty high up. I don't think I need much more altitude than this. And look at that, I can see the flotilla, the armada or whatever. What I'm hoping is that Lockheed Constellation and the Boeing 777 Stratocruiser that I think the company that makes them, I think it's A2A. I'm hoping that, so they're currently available for Microsoft Flight Simulator 1946 or 1976 or something. I'm trying to think of when Microsoft Flight Simulator last came out. Was it 2010 or 2008 or something? 2006 maybe? Whatever it is, that's the platform that they're for. They're modules for that. I'm hoping that they are going to be included in the latest 2020 Microsoft Flight Sim is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if they will, probably not, but that would make Microsoft 2020 appealing to me. I think Microsoft 2020 is no good unless it has some decent planes to fly in it, like some really exciting planes, like a really good model of a Lockheed Constellation or a Boeing Stratocruiser, something like that. That would be awesome. Alright, what's my temperature? Yeah, it's good. Altitude 3000. That's probably enough, eh? Just mode. Continuous mode. You also have a window in the floor. I can't remember how to open. Oh, not to worry, I'm not going to use it anyway. Submarines could be anywhere in this area, I think. Is this a folly, like trying to find submarines down there somewhere? Maybe I do need that window. How on earth am I going to see them otherwise? Especially from this altitude. Up here it looks like I'm looking into the sky, but I'm looking into the sea. Inverted sky. I can definitely see the flotilla or something down there. 809.1. Shore fortifications. I can definitely see the enemy armada over there. I could go and attack it instead. I mean, I can see it from here. Rather hit the submarines though. I'll get to the position of the submarines. Like where it's marked on the map. Bloody hard to see. Really hard to see. Oops. Is that a good idea? Should I open the window? Like some Battle of Midway type of stuff right here. Is this another wild goose chase? What is that? That looks like a submarine. What is that? What am I looking at there? What am I looking at there? What the heck? Is that a UFO? Miles away, should I turn around? Hey, where's the submarines gone to? They've been destroyed, I guess. Alright, sea convoy. That's got to have been them, I guess. It's got to have been them. Wild goose chase confirmed. So I went hunting for the submarines, I couldn't see them. That's got to be them there. They've been destroyed, I suppose. Do I go back to them, or do I go to the convoy? The convoy's out there. I can bloody see it from here. It's huge. Before I go there, maybe I should just see what we got here. Yo, I don't want to lose too much altitude. It's a little bit like flying in the Pacific, isn't it? G'day, Lily Trilly. Kuban is the most Pacific-like map in the whole thing because of the extensive ocean. Probably like a support boat for a submarine. Is it worth attacking it? Let's just try and identify it. If it's one of them tiny support boats, then no. It looks like it's still going. What the heck? What do we got there? It's a ship. I don't know what it is. So it's cruising along. How do I know it's not one of my own ships? Don't want to attack one of my own ships. Altitude's still okay, about 2,700. Can you identify that? It's just a blob. Ah man, what do I do? And it's on the move as well. Yeah, it could easily be one of my own, I don't know. I can try and bomb it, but it's moving and it's moving fast. And could it be one of my own? I don't know. It's an unconfirmed target. So that's not a submarine. That's not a submarine. Unless it shoots me, I'm not going to attack it. What have I got there? Ah, there is a... That's flak, surely. Is that flak? Is that thing that's beneath me, is that shooting? What the heck is that? That doesn't look like flak. What the heck? So there's that. I don't think it's shooting at me. I think that's the actual... I think that's the submarine. And it's on fire. Well, there you go. There's the submarine. Look like much. Let's get out of here. Let's go and attack the convoy. I think what we had there was an unidentified ship back there. I don't think it was shooting at me. It's just cruising along. Could be enemy. Could be on my side. I don't know. There's the convoy. Hopefully I can see the convoy. We've got something out there. The convoy is huge. Yeah, there it is there. There it is there. I can see it from here. No problem. Only thing is, when I get there, there's going to be a lot of enemies, and there's, like in the sky, there's going to be a lot of savage flak coming up from those ships. Also got to not destroy the engine. And I don't have too much fuel either, so let's not run out of fuel. Where's the temperature? Temperature? Yeah, temperature's good. Alright. Alright. So maybe, should I shut the window? Alright. I want a little bit more altitude, not too much. We're at 2,500, probably get up to 3,000. to be a lot of ships there. It's about a 4-minute flight to get there from here. And my bombs are on contact, so I have to be really careful diving straight onto something that I pull out in time not to get hit by my own splash damage. And you can see some conflict down there. One of the planes is on fire. There's going to be a lot of fighters around those ships. I suppose I'll pick the biggest ship I can find and just try and hit it. The real danger is enemy fighters over the ships, and there's also the risk of flak from the ships. There'll be savage heavy machine gun coming up. Usually, okay, so maybe we've got some big heavy ships on the far side, and on the close side we got some medium and small ships, and behind we've got a small ship. I don't really want to go for the small ships. I won't be able to hit them. But the big ones are juicy targets. Oh man, that hole in the... How do you open that damn window? I don't want to mess around with buttons. I've invested so much time in this flight. If I accidentally jettison the canopy or something, or accidentally bail out, so I'm not going to muck around. So we're coming up on it. It's moving as well, so it's slow, but it is moving, so you've got to anticipate where it's moving. It's under steam right now. I want probably the lead ship on the far side. I think it's one of the big ones. Trying to stick near the cloud base. So when I dive, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? I'll cut the power right back, and I'll deploy the brakes. I'll definitely deploy the brakes. And I'll drop. I've got 5 bombs to drop, so I'll steadily drop them as I descend. And just hope for the best. I'll probably miss it completely, who knows. And then just get out of there. Probably pull out at 3,000 feet, like 1,000 meters. I'm sort of climbing as I go here. Which one do I want? And there'll be flak soon enough too. Which is the big ship? Where's the big ship? Can't really see the size of them yet. They're not within draw distance. I assume the ones closest to me are the escorts. Can you tell by their wake how big they are? They have different wakes. You can't see the ships yet, but they have different wakes. Okay, enemy fighters are going to be tough, that's the damn thing. So what's the altitude? We're almost at 3,000 meters, that's good. This ship does dive well. I'm going to turn on the track record when I dive so I can see afterwards what the effect was. I might do that now. I'll also put the siren on pretty soon. Which one to go for? Alright, the lead ship right there. We've got a fighter coming in, I think. Time to get out of here. Not quite there yet. There. Right there. Planes up ahead. No, that's flak. Here we go. I don't think I hit it at all. That's it, they're steaming away. Oh shit, I shot my own tail. The pilot's still alive for the time being. Not going well. Splat. Damn, that was terrible. That's the thing, all that effort. You'd have to get really good at it. At doing dive bombers, you'd have to get really good at it. Oh well, let's go again. So I'll go straight out to the sea convoy. This is what we're flying. A Stuka in dive bomb configuration, 270 kilograms on each wing, and a 250 under the fuselage on the trapeze. The trapeze swings out, it's articulated here, and it swings out, and so the bomb misses the propeller disc as you're going almost vertically down. You also got dive brakes here and here that you can deploy. This is a purpose-built dive bomber. Still pretty hard to hit things though, and to not get shot down. Did I use the horizon marks on the window? Nah. Pretty much just flying by gut feel type thing. Okay, so to intercept the sea convoy, gonna have to turn left a bit here. What do we got there? Someone landing. There goes a 110. Avoiding fighter attack is going to be really tough. You got to anticipate the movement of the ship as well. What I probably should have done is dived away towards my home direction, and once I was on the deck, then the gunner would be the most effective if I did come under attack. We're at a whopping 900 meters altitude, just about 3,000 feet. I've been intending to play Red Dead Redemption 2, I just haven't had the time, even up until now, haven't had the time. It's one of those games you really want to set aside some time to play it and really immerse yourself in the storyline. So that's something that's still on the to-do list, just haven't gotten around to it. Haven't given up on it though. And what about Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? Is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. Temperature is good. Just got to not get shot down. That's the trick to it. Alright, I see the convoy. I see some other stuff there as well. A whopping 6,000 feet. Alright, so the flaps are up and the external lights are off. Gunner positions might be pretty good viewing platforms in certain circumstances. That ship is still out there. That one that I couldn't identify. Another ship there. Good luck trying to hit anything with this. You got the tail in the way and everything. The IL-2 is pretty good. You can kind of shoot with that. This one, maybe you can, but I'm afraid I'd hit the tail without a lot of practice. You also got the bars under the tail. You could easily hit those. I believe it's the AI gunner, I think. Alright, where's those ships? We got that there, whatever that is. And then beyond it we got some armada over there. The ship that I want, I can see it. And what about the ship that's closer? I don't know. Don't know. I guess if it starts shooting at me I could attack it. I wonder if I'm high enough. No, the answer is no. And that dive, even with dive brakes from... It wasn't really from 10,000 feet because I had to make a cruise dive just to get into position over the top of the ship. Keep climbing. Really don't want to get shot down on the way there for being too low. What about that damn window? I've got nothing. It would be useful to have that window from high altitude. You'd be able to see the ships in front of you. As it is here, I can't really see too much. I'm nowhere near there. I'm not even over the coast yet. There they are there, off in the distance. 2 escorts, I think, and the 3 ships there. Keep on going, get to the cloud base. Hope for the best. Almost at 3,000, that's good. I didn't do too well on that dive bombing run. I found myself kind of chasing the ship, if that makes sense, in a circular corkscrew pattern. Thousand meters now. No fighter escort? Nah. I saw a plastic model of a tank that I've never seen before, which is amazing. It might have just been a prototype, but it was kind of like a miniature tank. It was a Panzer, but it was a miniature one, and it had 2 anti-tank guns fixed pretty much in parallel, facing forward. So it was a tank killer, but it was tiny. It was about as big as a sedan, like about as big as a passenger car, but it was a tank. There they are, right there. Let's just keep going. $15,000 feet you're supposed to be at for this one. But, I mean, last time I went from 10, that seemed okay, but I just needed to line up better. Maybe I'll go 3,500 meters. A bit over 10,000 feet. Heat. So much for climbing the 15,000 feet. Hopefully I can prevent the engine from failing. Oh well, I've got altitude. Focus on just staying at this perspective pretty much, I think. Putting the crosshairs on the ship and then dropping. I've got 4 or 5. I've got 5 bombs to drop. They're all at contact. I'll probably drop, I don't know, not straight away. The closer you are, the more accurate you are. When I hear the contact altimeter, but I don't know what it's set to. I don't know what altitude it's currently set to. Where are the ships? There they are. We're getting there. I might put everything on there. Got the track record on, so I'll be able to review the run afterwards. One of the biggest problems is I don't know where they are. There. Maybe I'll just give it a minute or half a minute and then roll in. Don't want to get shot down as well. Alright, I'll go underbelly first, that's the big one. And with that, let's take a 3 or 4 minute break and grab a cup of tea and then get started with the third flight. I think I did a lot better with aiming that time. Aim ship length in front of target, sounds about right. Ju-88 dive bombs as well. Yeah, that's true. Also the PE2, a lot of these planes have that feature. So let's take a break and let's get started again in about 5 minutes time. Cheers. Alright, without further ado, let's get back into it. Just a quick recap. Stuka, Ju87, 270s on each wing, 270 kilograms, and a 250 under there on a trapeze. Thing is, when you release the 250, it puts the aim, it changes the aim, so I might release them all at once, I'm not sure. Or maybe I'll release the wings first. Looks like my side's winning. We've got more targets left to defend. No thanks to me though, I haven't hit anything. The 1000 kilo. Hey, yeah, it does too. It does too. That would be a lot better for attacking ships, wouldn't it? Yeah, I might actually... Do I want to take that instead? That would be better. That would probably be better. Let's see. For attacking ships, that'd be... Yeah, there. The splash damage on that. They've changed the model, but I think that's going to be better. A 1000 kilo on contact? Yes, on contact. Ha ha ha! It's going to be beefy. Alright, great. Let's try that. Might just increase the fuel a tad. Lose. Can't fail. Going to be heavy to lift this thing into the sky though. So I had 280 kilos plus 250. So I had about 500 kilos before. Now I've got 1000, so double the weight. Plus 10 litres more of fuel. Someone's destroyed a cargo ship, 7,000 tons. You can damage a ship without destroying it, I think. So I might have damaged something, but not completely. I don't know. Probably missed completely. Who knows? I think my aim was pretty good on the second one. Like I managed. It was a lot smoother than the first one. I mean, first one was all over the shop. The second one was a lot calmer, smoother, more in control. Speaking of more in control, someone's just crashed out there in an FW. Sea convoy destroyed. Ah, breaking my balls, man. What am I going to kill now? I'm taking off directly into the stream of the fighters taking off. This is not good. Can I get airborne first? Maybe. Pretty challenging getting airborne with such a heavy munition. Plane's pretty well trimmed out now. Temperature's okay. Engine power settings okay. What am I in climb mode? Now, oh, lights. How did I not get shot down so far? Let's shut the canopy too. Lucky this plane's so slow. I haven't moved very far away from the airfield with the lights on. Alright, so I'll be going for the airbase or for the factory. Not sure which one. I think the factory's the better target, but it's further away. The trick is not to get shot down, of course. And this one's on contact, so I can't be anywhere near it. It has a huge splash damage. Can't be in climb mode forever, so I'll have to reduce power soon enough. What's the altitude? Coming up to 1,000 meters. I think I should keep going right and go out to sea a bit. Be safer that way. Thing you can do with these big bombs as well, if they're on a delay, is you can explode a pursuing fighter if you can get it close enough. And again, if it's on a delay, if it's on contact, you can't do that. This one's on contact, so that's not going to be an option. In case you're wondering, the new targets are over on the other side of the water. There's an airfield roughly on the nose there, and then beyond it there's a factory. I'm going to have to reduce power pretty damn soon, I think. I'll get to 1,700 meters and then I'll reduce power. Hopefully it's not going to destroy the engine. Want to steer clear of my own targets as well. There's going to be a lot of enemy fighters around those. I've reduced power to continuous mode. Engine RPM 75. Alright, I think I'm good there. Continuous mode. Temperature is kind of okay. We're almost over our own coast. Plenty of targets here that I need to avoid. Still nowhere near the cloud base. 1800 meters. As you can tell, it's really laborious getting airborne and everything in bombers. So some prior planning and preparation and understanding time limits for how long an engine can go for and things like that is pretty well essential. I should have looked at the data for the engine modes before I did the stream, so that I'd know exactly. I'd be able to look at the clock and I'd be able to time my climbs for as long as I can use the engine power for them and things like that. Someone's going down. Over there is, and there's another one going down. There's 2 planes extra there. Bunch of planes over there. That's the airfield. So the airfield is a target. Speaking of targets, I'm flying over one of my own targets. So got to steer clear of that. My gun to fire at medium range. Planes everywhere. There's still boats of the convoy down there too. No point attacking them because the convoy is neutralized. Right, and we're on our way. I mean, we can take on the airfield or we can take on the factory. The airfield's over here. I can see it. That's it right there. Swarming with fighters though. The factories, the airfield's a more dispersed target. It's better for tactical kind of stuff. This is a big cookie. You want to drop it on something huge like a factory, so you can see one thing to destroy. Conceivably, I could drop this on the airfield and miss everything because it's such a dispersed area. It wouldn't happen. I'd hit something, but there's the risk of not hitting anything, or just hitting like a bicycle or something, you know. Long bloody way though. Plane seems quite stable. What's the... I think I've got my radiator at 100. Radiator's now at 50. If I'm going to the factory, if I just follow the coast, I'll get there. Just before the huge body of water. Just after that inlet. It's miles away. And the airfield's there, tantalizingly close. To be prepared for any eventuality. I'll only really go for the airfield if for example, if I come under attack or something, I'll divert to it, dive on it, and go. But going for the factory. 2,600 meters. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all, considering we're carrying a 1,000 kilogram bomb. Very heavy. 3,000 meters is within range, within sight. I swear there's still more ships out there. There's one there, look at that. Oh, give me a break. Is he really engaged? Where's the factory? Factory's too far away. I don't think he's engaging. No, he is engaging. Alright. Or is he? I've got all that altitude and now nothing. Plane. Oh, give me a break. Ah! Give me a break. Ah, that sucks, man. Ah, tear my hair out. All that investment in time and climbing and everything. All for nothing. I didn't get shot down. Shit. I probably could have hit the airfield. The last thing I saw, there was a plane beneath me about probably 1,500 meters, 1,500 feet, 1,000 feet. I think my gunner might have just been shooting at a passing enemy fighter. I don't think we were being shot at necessarily. That's why you tell the gunners to operate at medium range so they don't open fire on something that's a kilometre away. Damn. Damn. Ah, man, that really sucks. We will continue. I'm going to keep going until the map finishes. 84 out of 84. It's full. Might have to change scene. Completely full. Shit. $84 players on that server. It's a very popular server. Oh well, now I can drink my tea. Well. This map's okay, but it's characterised by huge distances. It's like a 10-minute flight to get out to here from what I can remember. Axis power's 21, allies 25. Let's take the Thunderbolt maybe, or the Spitfire. I'll get shot down in the Thunderbolt so easy. Let's take the Thunderbolt. Thanks, Arthur. I'll put it towards my whiskey fund, actually. Keep it at 320. I don't want 1,400 litres of fuel, though. It's way too many. Go for... I flew this thing last night, not on a live stream, and I actually ran out of fuel just as I was getting into a target. 450, I think. $3,400 rounds, that's a lot. I'm going to get some custom skins for this one. In the meantime, let's go for Snort and Bull. Very good. Anything else? Strictly as a fighter. How much time left though, crucially? 1 hour 24, alright. How many targets left? Heaps, 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 heaps. So I'll just take off and go east and hope for the best. This battlefield is a couple of different countries. I think it's Germany, Belgium, France, Netherlands, something like that. Some mixture would help. Alright, everything's set up, ready to fly. It's quite, the cockpit workload's quite involved. There's another one. So, for those of you that aren't in the know, this is the P47, this is the Republic P47D Thunderbolt. And this is IL-2 Cermic. If I don't get the engine started soon, I think the server's going to kick me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, good. First hurdle overcome. Pretty sweet ship. So this is IL-2 Sturmovik Great Battle Series. This is Battle of Bodenplatte. That's right, world of a bridge too far. Yeah, like bridge too far. I think it was like bridge over, I don't know, Nijmegen or whatever. That's on this map. The location of the bridge too far bridge is also on this map. You can fly to it. All right, we appear to be airborne. Cool. I have to keep an eye out on the turbocharger. I've got it set a little bit higher than continuous mode, so that means keeping an eye on the temperatures. Reduce it down to 40%. It's currently at 60%. I've also got boost, which I'm not using just yet. I'm going to keep going 90 degrees. So yeah, this plane is also now, as of a few days ago, it's also available. Arnhem, yeah, Arnhem. This plane's also available in DCS, which is another combat flight simulator. I'd have to lean out the mixture. So with this plane, you want to get some pretty decent altitude, but it's a catch-22 because the higher you go, the harder it is to see anything. Climbing out just above 150 miles an hour. Enemy spotted 1815. Looking at the gyro site there. 47 people watching at the moment, which is a new record as far as I can remember. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you're having a good weekend. Throttle in continuous mode.
I'm wounded.
Temperature good, but that one there's climbing. I better watch out for that. My turbocharger light's not flickering, which is good. That means the turbo's happy. Just that the temperature's going to increase. This plane has a turbo and a supercharger, and it has boost and everything. It's like a muscle car, only it's a plane. Still going roughly east. We're only at 6,400 feet. Let's get up to 10,000 and then I'll be a little bit safer. What is the mission? The mission is to shoot down enemy aircraft. I'm going to have to decide how I'm going to do it. Basically, you don't want to get shot down yourself. Basically, you want to find a target that you need to protect and then hang around that target, and when it gets attacked, you want to dive on the attackers and attack them and shoot them down. That's the gist of it. That's what I'm going to be doing anyway. Temperatures good and good. RPM, I think it's good. It's in the green. Manifold's in the green. Everything good. 8,000 feet. P47 has a lot of power. At max power, at the right altitude, I think what is it, 20? Can't remember. P47 and Tempest are the most powerful, and I think they both have around 2,300 horsepower. But of course, the Tempest is a inline water-cooled engine, and the P47 is a radial engine, a double row radial. I think it's a twin wasp made by Pratt & Whitney. Very powerful engine. The only drawback to it is that it presents a huge cross-section to the relative airflow, which means it causes a lot of drag, slows you down. My speed is just on 150 miles an hour. 14 under attack. That must be just over here somewhere. Look out for tracer. I see a river. Where's a bridge? There's a bridge. There's a bridge, alright. Is that the bridge? There's another bridge.
I'm wounded.
Someone's wounded. One behind us. 13, 15. Alright, I'm basically hovering over my bridges now. I believe. Let's just keep going higher. Hopefully I don't get jumped. If I get jumped in this slow, heavy machine, there's not a lot I can do about it except for dive if I see them first. But if I see something down there and if I dive on it, and if I don't overspeed and if I don't G-lock it, I can shoot them down and then zoom up again. Trying to get my bearings here. Altitude. 10,500, is it? Feet. 10,500 feet. Something there. That's definitely something I need to protect. Look at that. It's got bunkers and it's got a bridge. And there's something else to protect. Looks like there's planes parked down there, B-25s, I think. And what have we got there? We've got an airfield and a town. $16, $14. I think there's alternate spotting on this server at this time, which means if you zoom out, you can see better at long distance. So I'll have to remember that. Keep zooming out now and then. 14. Bridges are under attack. I've just got to find out where. Bridge there, bridge everywhere. I really need to identify which is which. Alright, I reckon I'm looking at Vegel right there. Yeah, it's got the airfield that points to it. And it has a bridge that needs defending right there, those two bridges there. So that's something I can defend. So it's 13 and it's 14, the grid squares, and 14 is down here somewhere. I'm directly over the top of it now, I think. Looking for that bridge. Let's bank and see. There it is there, right there. So that's something to defend too. So I've got my two locations to defend. Now I've just got to wait for an enemy to come along and attack. Hopefully attack the bridge and not me. I'll be able to dive down and get him. 1815? No. They'll pretty much attack before you get a status message too. 3 bridges down there to protect. Temperature's good. I've got the turbo at 60% and it seems to be going very well. Seems to be. I hope I don't wreck the engine somehow. If you're too high, then getting down to the action quick enough legitimately becomes a problem, and then you don't have any dive brakes, so you're fighting against your own speed build up. It's a real challenge. If you're too low, you get shot down. The enemy comes over and sees you. Probably what I'd be looking for down there would be a BF-110 or a Stuka, but most probably a BF-110. What's my altitude? 10,000 feet, or 11,000 I think actually. That's in the north. Nothing going on here. So this is Battle of Bodenplatte. The next map. Whoa, what do we got there? It's another 47. Oh, nice. Wonder where he's going. Big ship, isn't it? I think I took a bit of fuel. A bit of fuel, not too much. The most likely scenario here is I'll run out of fuel before anything. A P47, really cool plane. Up my cow flap. So the next, so after this one, after Bodenplatte is Battle of Normandy, and Battle of Normandy has a different variation of this same plane. It's the P47 Razorback. So it's the same plane but with a bubble canopy. Enemy position down there. I don't really want to tango with its flak. Might be a bad ending. Right there is an enemy position. Right there. You see it? If I get too close, it will start shooting at me. Give away my position, then I'll be screwed. Enemy fighters will sweep in. Now that I've shut my cow flap, I have to be careful not to overheat. 18:15, so all the action that's being reported is in the north. Oh, I think they're shooting at me. I think I saw a gun go off. You can see the artillery when it fires. Let's keep going north. Let's not keep going north, let's turn around. Let's turn the heck around right now. 13:15 and 14:15, I've got enemy planes near them. Let's get there. Let's get there fast. Might be an enemy fighter, it might not be a bomber, but you never know. Been 14 under attack.
I'm wounded.
Right, I see it. Now where's the enemy?
I'm on fire. Bailing out.
Sign of the enemy.
I'm wounded.
We got a bomb crater there. 1 hour remaining on that. The bridge is still intact, they haven't hit it.
I'm wounded. Out of fuel. I'm on fire. Bailing out.
Speaking of fuel, I'm going to run out of fuel before I get any action at this rate. Alright, I'm going to go north again. That was a bit of a wild goose chase. 1614. Well, that bridge is already destroyed, so not much point in defending it. .14 under attack again. No sooner do I turn around and it gets under attack. Well, if I see any... I think one of the biggest problems is the bridges may not have their own tracer. So if you're trying to rely on the tracer to point to you where the enemy is, it's not there, so it's really hard to see the enemy unless you can actually physically spot them. Which can be damn hard to do. I'm inclined to change strategy a bit. I might just lose some altitude here. So I'm having trouble spotting. Much more chance of getting shot down now, but oh well. What do we got there? Looks like a parachute. Yeah, we've got a parachute there. I knew I could see something, and it's the shadow of the parachute on the ground, and it's the parachute itself. Right there, you see it? Alright, so change of strategy. What I'm going to do is I'll keep guarding these 2 points, but I'll do it from a lower altitude. Bridge is, I can't tell if it's destroyed or not. I think it's destroyed. But it's still marked on the map, so it can't be that much destroyed. And 17. That is in the north.
I'm wounded. I'm on fire. Bailing out.
Yeah, the bridge is destroyed, but there's a lot of other infrastructure there that needs to be destroyed by the enemy if they're to destroy that target and knock it off the map. So they've still got to hit those bunkers. This is a fairly good maneuverer if you put the flaps down and if you go on not too fast. Bridge is there to protect. I'm going to run out of fuel soon. .917. That's 9 Megan under attack. Alright, so basically the flaw with this whole thing that I'm doing right here is that the targets that I'm defending don't have flak that I can see. So I need to find one that has flak, because then the flak goes off, it points you to the attacker, and then you're all good. Oh shit, speaking of flak, I'm right near some flak, but it's enemy flak. I need to get away from that. That is enemy flak there. Why don't I shoot that? I can shoot it. That'd be suicidal though. You need bombs. If you can shoot them, they can shoot you. That's the thing. Need to hit those with bombs.
I'm wounded.
So far it's been a pretty uneventful flight, hasn't it? The good news is that I haven't run out of fuel. 1414. But, you know, if I go back there, I'm not going to find it. I've done that going back thing twice, and unless you can see some guns.
I'm wounded.
Go elsewhere. So I'm going to find a new target. There's the munitions depot way down there. That'd sure as hell have flak. The rest of them are bridges, I think. And the bridges, yeah, it's really hard to see anything. They're all bridges, so maybe just get lower. 1414 under attack. Tempting to go back. Another bridge there. Shot bridge destroyed. We have a target to defend right here. That's Ghent Bridge. It's intact, of course. $13.15. I leave a spot and then it gets attacked. Always the way. And a bridge down here to defend as well. Bridge destroyed, one still intact. My fuel is basically empty. Less than 50 gallons. I should go on land. That bridge has been destroyed too. going to make my way back to my base and land. I don't really want to run out of fuel. I have about 15 gallons of fuel left. Is how low I am now in comparison to earlier. Alright, from here I go 270 and I return to land. That's kind of crap. So basically the only aircraft that I saw was another P47. Let's see if I can get back without running out of fuel. In case you're wondering, I turned 270 right here. Here's Tilburg. On the nose is Tilburg. And then another city after it, Gills A, and that's where I'm landing. Just going to confirm that it's Tilburg. It's got a water feature, certain kind of a canal sticking out there. There's a plane with its lights on. Looks like it's going down. What's it up to? Is that? Yeah, it's a plane with its lights on. What's it doing? I've got plenty of fuel. Maybe I should go and check that out. Is that a UFO? No, he's crashed out and I'm about to run out of fuel.
Out of fuel.
Uh-oh. He's not the only one in trouble. I glide there, I'm not in gliding distance. So when I flew on this map yesterday in the P47, I flew for a bit and then I ran out of fuel. And today I flew for a bit and I ran out of fuel. I can see the airfield over there.
I'm wounded.
.40 minutes left on the map. Go again in the 47. I'm going to stay on the deck basically. .36 versus 27. Just quickly, the enemy's got a train, some tanks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to protect, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things to protect. So the factory will definitely have some flak to protect it. I don't know. I don't know. Probably Vegel. Try and protect Vegel. If that gets taken out, maybe this bridge here at low level. Trouble is I won't have any competitive advantage if I'm at low level. So here's the plane. Tons of ammo. 3,450 cals. 460 litres of fuel. It's enough for, I mean, it's ideal. You don't really want to weigh too much in a plane like this. I'll just have to return to base quicker if it looks like I'm going to have to do that. Let's go. it definitely makes a difference to your performance, in my opinion, to have your turbocharger up as much as possible. Spitfire, Spitfire, Mustang. Hopefully I get to Vegel Bridge before it gets destroyed. So these are good gauges. Everything has a green arc. I'm trying to keep everything in the green arc. As long as you keep everything in the green arc, you're all good. Right, so going to go about 90 degrees and just going to head back to that bridge. I got full fuel, I got full ammo. Not much time left on the map, but see if I can get to the bridge before it gets destroyed, and I'll scud run it. I'll stay on the deck. Navigation has to be a bit different now because it's so low, it's much harder to navigate. So this plane, when it has full fuel, has a lot of fuel, enough fuel to fly for I don't know how long, probably 8 hours or something. So you definitely don't want to take full fuel for a mission that's going to be maybe an hour. Otherwise it'd be too heavy. The only thing that's left is Vegel Bridge. darker too. We got something over there. And this airfield here is an enemy airfield, I think. I gotta locate where I actually am. I think I'm a little bit lost. It's a cross. It's a kind of a triangular cross. What? Let me go. I want to go north, but so there's some enemy tanks at this town here. I'm gonna shoot them.
I'm wounded. I'm wounded.
Something's smoking back there. Alright, let's go to Vegal Bridge. From here we just go north. Something's crashed out there. I see a plane up there. I see lots of planes up there. Where did it go though? Where did that plane go? There's some kind of a fight going on up here. Alright, alright, alright. What do we got?
I'm wounded. I'm wounded. I'm wounded.
Shit. Sort of got a bit of good combat there, but wasn't quite enough to get him. Nice shooting, thanks man. See, that's the experience that I was looking for. So... Alright. Well, you can definitely dogfight with the P47 against a FW190. $20 left. We'll go back. We'll go back. So taking off here, going back to here. The dogfight was around here. At one point in time, I was worried that he was going to come back at me and reverse and get me, but he didn't. Another time I was worried the P47 was going to get him, but he didn't. Then I got a hit on him, but it wasn't quite enough. I should have really hosed him down. I should have really sprayed him until he was done. Got plenty of ammo. The 60% turbo seems to be working well, so I'll keep that. Yeah, the P47 has huge appeal, like it's an amazing aircraft. So again, we're going to go 90 degrees. Alright, so I'm trying to build up a mental picture of where I am and where the action is. Also got to manage the aircraft. Cylinder head temperature is good. The other temperature is good. RPM's too high. That's better. Manifold's a little bit too high. That's better. Keep everything in the green range. The gun sight's set, the turbo's set. I think I'm all set, and I'm going 90 degrees. I took off here, I've just gone over Tilburg, and I keep going 90 to get to here. And then this place here is under attack too, 1116, so I operate at low level between these 2 points here, going 45 degrees and 220. And there's 20 minutes left in the map, so it's not very much. I might turn on the turbo pretty damn soon. Sorry, not the turbo, the boost. Happy days. I'm really enjoying flying this plane. This aircraft was recently updated in the latest update. It's had two recent updates. It had an airframe damage model update, and then it had an engine damage model update. So guys, when this map finishes, that'll be the end of the stream.
I'm wounded. I'm on fire. Standing out.
15 minutes.
I'm wounded.
Enemy there somewhere. 14 airshot bridge. That bridge still needs to be defended. Nothing going on. Boring, huh? No action at all. Another bridge here. And that's the end of it. Mission will begin, mission will end in 50 seconds. I didn't really get much combat in that whole thing. Probably would have done better on this map to just go as a attacker, like a bomber. There's an attacker there, attacking the bridge. Ah, too late though. guys, thank you very much for joining me. It was supposed to be more action than that. I apologise, there wasn't much action. For another stream, so I hope you can join me for that one. The usual stuff is like, share and subscribe, support on Patreon. You can join the channel on YouTube. Costs money, free to cancel anytime. You get a channel specific emoji next to your name in the super chat. You can also do super chats and check out my merch. It's on Amazon, it's on Teespring. Artworks that I've designed myself, made myself, that you can get in t-shirt and sweater format. So check those out on Amazon and Teespring. Thanks everyone, and catch you next time. Bye for now.